Hello, interwebs, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Mom. Hey, messy moms! It's me, the messiest mom of all. This is Cracker, and this is Coffee with Mom. And I said that really fast. Alright, so, for those of you that were here from the beginning, Coffee with Mom is a place for moms and not moms and whoever else to just get together and talk about day-to-day life. I don't know. This started as a therapy to help with my anxiety and for me to practice talking to people. So, instead of going to group where I'm incredibly uncomfortable, I'm sitting in front of a camera where I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Cheers. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this in a while because my life got complicated. And it got complicated fast. Everybody in my house got sick. Literally back to back to back. And then I got sick. When I get sick, it's not a good sick. My cold turned into strep. And when I get strep, I tend to break out in psoriasis. And if anybody out there knows what psoriasis is, you know that it's incredibly uncomfortable and not real. It's really not a good look. Just not a good look. So being on camera with psoriasis is daunting to me. It is excruciating. But I got nagged by my therapist to continue doing these. So here I am. I don't know. Here I am. Okay, so I want to talk today about, it's spring-ish. It's the wet season, which makes cleaning my house. Do I have to clean my house? Can we just literally burn it and move? My floors are a constant disaster. My kids are wanting to go outside and play more, which is great because they're not up underneath my feet as much. I can get more done if I did stuff. Yeah, I could get more done and play more video games and read more books. Now that my kids are wanting to play outside. However, that means that they're tracking mud in and dirt and leaves and whatever bits of what's outside, and hopefully not anything that the animals left out there, because that is just really gross. And we're all kind of suffering from cabin fever. It's been a really long winter here. Really long winter here. So we're trying to get out and do more things as a family. We go with my mom every other Saturday to go look at waterfalls. We call it waterfall hunting. We just go and try and find as many waterfalls as we can in a day. Right now there's a lot of seasonal waterfalls from the runoff, and we just go and try and find as many as we possibly can and get lost. More often than not, we get lost. This is Sophie. Sophie is my daughter's cat. She got her for Christmas to help stabilize her mood swings. And then my daughter completely just smothers her to death, and the cat doesn't like my daughter anymore. So my daughter is incredibly sad about that. But it's my daughter's fault. for smothering the cat. So, you'll hear her or see her a lot in these videos from now on. My puppy's asleep at my feet, as she normally is. She has not been doing well. She got pretty sick. She ended up with hives and not being able to hold any food down, not wanting to eat. That's been worrisome for my husband and I. Being a mom is incredibly hard. It's the hardest and most satisfying job I have ever held. But it is hard. I can't believe how hard it is. I'm having a really hard time with this video. See, because I shot this yesterday. And then when I went to go upload it to YouTube, there was no sound at all. My mouth was moving, but you couldn't hear what I was saying. So I have to reshoot this today, and I'm trying to remember what I had talked about yesterday, because it was actually a pretty good video, and I was actually in a better state of mind yesterday. So I'm in a pretty good state of mind today. I went and saw a friend and had cocoa and just talked about stuff, and that was pretty nice. What was I saying though? I am so bad. So I'm freaking out over my face because I know you can't see them, but there's psoriasis all over my face. And apparently I am extremely tired today. I'm learning how to do my makeup now that I have contacts instead of glasses. And I can really just do my makeup, but I'm not very good at it. So I'm trying to learn how to do it in a better way. As I'm staring at myself in the camera because apparently I'm shallow. I'm not really I'm not. Being a parent it's not just moms. Being a parent is incredibly hard. It's difficult. There are times when you know you should react to your child one way, when in reality all you want to do is this thing. And I will give you an example. Saturday, my husband went and helped a lady that he delivers to trim some apple trees and walnut trees, and they hadn't been done in a while. And his passion is gardening, so he went up there and he helped her do that. I don't know why I did that. I don't like that. Sorry. So he was gone. He left around 5-ish in the morning. And apparently my daughter, he was being really nice and he didn't wake me up. But apparently my daughter woke up when he left. And we have a custom in our house where on the weekends where we don't go off with Grandma on Saturdays, my husband makes a nice, fairly large, elaborate breakfast. And we eat breakfast as a family and watch cartoons or play games or plan our day during breakfast. It's kind of our thing. But we weren't going off with Grandma, but he had to go work for this lady. So my daughter decided to make it upon herself to make breakfast. Now she's 6, going on 7. And I come upstairs at 7 o'clock in the morning, and she's standing on my food bucket at the stove making scrambled eggs. And next to her is a plate of toast and a cup of coffee for me, waiting and ready. And I just want to yell at her. Why are you at the stove by yourself at 7 o'clock in the morning? Why would you think that this is okay? On the second hand, I want to praise her for her independence and forward thinking and just generosity. She made me coffee. She had coffee waiting for me when it was weak coffee and it was mostly creamer and it was gross and I couldn't drink it. I couldn't. I realized that I'm getting closer and closer to the camera. I couldn't drink it. It was just gross. So, how do I tell my child that what she did was not okay while not stifling her independence? How do I stop myself from jumping straight into anger at times? How do I support my children and their likes while still keeping them safe? And this is why I say that parenting is extremely hard. What I actually did was I thanked her for the food. I ate it. I drank. Well, no, I sipped on and then I threw away the coffee. And then I sat her down and we had a talk about when is an appropriate time to use the stove. And I told her, I'm really glad that you wanted to do this because it is our tradition and you know that Daddy's not home. But she can't use the stove when an adult's not awake. My daughter being my daughter and me being the sassy mouth I am, my daughter looks at me. She goes, well, Daddy was awake, he just wasn't in the house. Touche. Your father was awake, but he wasn't home. I was like, yeah, but that's still not gonna fly. Still not gonna fly. There's gotta be an adult awake and able to watch over you while you do this. Sorry, kid. Then, you know, it's the same with the fact that I have to parent two children. Two children that are completely different from each other. Completely different from each other. And I'm one parent. So how do I parent two completely different children in two completely different ways without breaking my brain? Is the best way I can describe how it feels sometimes. How do I do that without breaking my brain? So that's something that I am trying to figure out as a parent. I'm also trying to figure out how to give them the attention that they need without taking away the self-care that I need. And as you guys know, I suffer from depression and anxiety, so I need quite a bit of self-care at times, and other times I'm okay with just an hour a day. Or half hour, sometimes even just a hot shower without my son coming in and asking 50 million questions is enough self-care for me. So that's kind of what I've been struggling with there. And as always, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts, the challenges you have as parents, the joys you have as parents. This video is not going to be... I'm not going to try to keep these videos under 10 minutes because, quite frankly, I don't see that happening. I will be doing them more often. I'm sorry I took such a long break. I had to. I had to take care of my family and myself, and Christmas was hard, and after Christmas was hard, and things got really hard. The kids got back into behavioral therapy, and we've been working out timing there. I started a book club, which is part of my self-care item. I love to read, as most of you know. So I'm doing a book club on Facebook. Of course, you guys are all welcome to join us if you'd like. Just trying to have fun and make as many memories as we possibly can as parents. I will do another one this week, I promise. Probably Thursday-ish. I think Tuesdays and Thursdays are good days to make these videos. like I said, I did this yesterday, but there was no sound, so I'm really hoping that it works today. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts, your dreams, your hopes. Tell me it all. I want to know. The difficulties you have as parents, the joys you have as parents, what you love most about being a parent, and how much you dread, and I'm leaning towards the camera again, how much you dread waking up in the mornings. I know that Mondays are pretty bad for me and my family. My daughter has now gotten into the habit of not getting ready for school until we're literally walking out the door. But again, we are working with her behavioral therapist and having a lot of success there, so I'm hoping that that continues. I'm trying to get the dog healthy, trying to get me healthy. My husband. You can go to his channel and see all the things that he's been doing. Not just him, but we do a lot of family things on his channel as well. We have a lot of cooking stuff, and we started a new project. It's a 1967 Dreamer cab-over truck camper that we are tearing apart and redoing. I spent most of the day yesterday afternoon painting cabinet doors. Well, priming cabinet doors. I gotta finish the rest of them today and then do a second coat probably tomorrow. And we'll start painting Thursday or Friday. But we gotta fix the leak. And before we do anything in the trailer, we have to fix the leak. We have to find the leak so we can fix the leak. So, conferences this week. I gotta go pick up my munchkins. It's only noon. And then I have them for the rest of the day, and that is also extremely exhausting. And then next week, they're home with me all week long. It's going to be a very hard week for me. But we'll talk about that next week. Alright, you guys. I will talk to you later. I'm sorry. Yesterday's video was so much better than this one, but technical difficulties. And I will see you on Thursday. So, until then, toodles.